Hello, I'm by myself. I'm by myself. I'm by myself. All 30 seconds, I'm by myself. Hey, somebody's here and somebody liked it. Don't know who you are, but hi and welcome and good to see you. And how you been? And hello, hello. Uh, Happy Friday. Welcome. Hi, Robert. Good to see you. Hi, SFL. Hi, Nina. Hello, guys. Good to see you. I hope everyone hears me okay. This is my first time doing this at all, and I am so handicapped and utterly stupid when it comes to technology. It's really, really, really sad. Quite embarrassing, but I managed and I'm here, so I hope you hear me. I can see the chat anyway, so I assume it's working. I assume you see me at least. Um, I don't know why I'm starting just now, Robert. It's just, I'm bored and thought I'd hang out for a little bit and just chat and see who's around and see who wanted to hang out for a little bit. And, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say tonight. I'm kind of glad it's been kind of a quiet ish. I've worked a lot today and it was storming when I came home. And so thanks, Robert. Good. Thank you guys. I'm glad you can hear me. Thank you, Nina. It's been a long damn day, y'all. It's been a long day. This is by far one of my hardest days cleaning, and I am tired. And then my client, like, look, there's a storm coming, and we get the actual, like, hard ass alert on the phone that, like, tornadoes coming. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going home, folks. I'm like, Wayne is here. Wayne is passed out, tummy full, uh, dead to the world right there. And Daisy, my other one, who is always dead to the world, is over here where she takes up residency on a very, very regular basis. That's usually where she's at. So yeah, we can make sure he's a little bit in the screen there. He's passed out. He's got a full tummy full of treats. He's been piddling, he went pee. That's the whole thing. Before I go live, I gotta make sure I got him done. I got them done. I go pee because it's that time, girls. It's been long enough. I gotta go. If I gotta go, I gotta go. Cleaning tips. Well, I can tell you what you need to know right off the bat. Yeah, I love my Daisy. She's an old girl. She's um we think she's like 14 or so. We got her from my mother-in-law had Shih Tzus, and her um my mother-in-law had her younger sister, and we had Tiny was her name, and before Tiny passed, we had gotten Daisy. At one point, we had four, Wayne and Garth and Daisy and Tiny. Then we lost Garth, and then we lost Tiny. And she came from the lady where Tiny came from, only she was the litter before. And she was an older woman who couldn't care for her anymore. So we had to, um, oh, thanks, Robert. I'll see you tomorrow around. Thanks for coming and stopping through. I just appreciate the view and just a little company, but thank you. Sleep well, Robert. Um, yeah, so we picked her up when the older woman said she couldn't care for her anymore, and she's been with us and been a big chunk of old girl ever since. Her name's Daisy, but we kind of call her Gertie because she's kind of got that Gertie kind of attitude. She's an old fart. Um, if Dimension Dog is real because she has it. She forgets she's a dog half the time. You could put food in front of her face and you've still got to kind of like direct her to it. Her nose doesn't. You'll go to let her out. She'll stand there on the porch, kind of look around, and then turn around and come right back to you like, oh, wait, what was I out here for? She's got those moments like we do, even though I never have that moment in the bathroom. But love you, Robert. Good night, sweetie. So yeah, that's my Daisy girl. And then Wayne is his own little spitfire of things. But yeah, cleaning tips, I mean, let me tell you, water's not your friend. That is the best advice I can give anybody. Yeah, and when they get old, it's hard. I gotta tell you. I've got a whole cabinet, china cabinet in there full of dogs and cats, and the plan is when I go, I get cremated too, and we all get put into one box so they can all sit on my lap at the same time, and nobody has to fight about it. Everybody fits. That's my plan. So, and by that point, we're gonna need a big box because I've got quite a few of them sitting in there in the shelf. So there's Garth and Daisy and Odie was my other dog, 15 and a half, and she was a Basset Beagle mix, at least I think. And I had her before there was Embark, otherwise I'd know for sure, but that's my best guess anyway. So, and then gosh, of the cats, we've got Scampers and Spirit and Smokey and Ruby and Nikki. I don't think I'm missing anybody. I don't think I'm missing anybody. God help me if I'm missing anybody. So yeah, it's gonna be a big box. And I'm sure when these two go, I know it won't be my last pet. I don't know about dogs anymore. I miss having cats. But when Scampers passed, we had just kind of gotten the dogs, and he was old anyway and wasn't happy about it. And we just thought, even though they were okay with it, we at that point had 4 dogs. We were good. We didn't need any more. 4 is kind of like top of my board there. And so we've stuck with the dogs. And as they've gone, I mean, I've thought about getting a cat, but him, this one is such an attention hog, such my guardian. There is no freaking way he's going to share me. He doesn't share me with my husband. Like he's an asshole. I don't think a cat's going to work. So once we're down 2 pets, I don't know what I'll get. I'll have to peruse the local shelter and see what calls my name. Probably every one of them. That'll be the problem. But anyway, yeah. And yeah, sure. Cleaning tips, shit. Um, hmm. Yeah, let me start with the water is not your friend. Water creates every problem in your house: mold, mildew, bacteria, hard water, rust, calcium buildup, all of it. Dry your sinks, dry your shower down, dry your shower glass. Oh my God, if you have glass, please use a squeegee. I censored myself like I'm talking to a real client, but hey, whatevs. Like, jeez, that's one of the biggest things, folks. Just keep your shit clean and dry. If you keep a towel next to your sink in the bathroom, yes, ma'am. Just when you're done, dry down your sink. Done. You don't have to deep clean all that much. If you on the daily, just do that little bit. When you're done with your squeegee is big, and even your walls, folks. It takes 2 seconds at the end of your shower just to go down your walls real quick with a squeegee. It is that much less that has to evaporate and probably won't, and creates all the mold and mildew and shit that builds up on your shower walls. So just squeegee it real quick. If you've got a curtain, Give it a shake when you get out. Not on you, because ew, nobody likes that, but give it a shake. Turn your fan on in your bathroom. Don't be afraid of it. Let it go. That's what it's there for, to get that moisture out, or at least create a breeze to get the moisture out. Best advice I can give anybody is just keep shit dry. Dry, 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 dry. Same around your sink. I mean, here in Indiana, we've got such hard water. The lime scale in calcium is just for shit. Every shower in this state, it's but I've got a product I use called Scrub Free, and it's not available too many places. Um, Walmart, unfortunately, but I don't get it there. I get it at Menards, which is no better than Walmart. They're all MAGA, but that's all I got. Either that or Amazon, and they're actually more expensive. So I guess I go to Menards mostly, but it's called Scrub Free. It will work with bleach, and you don't want to huff it all day like me, because I've got not so iron lungs anymore, but I'm just very used to it. So, hi, Lisa. Hey, girly girl. Good to see you. Um, yeah, yes. See, Nina, if you keep your shower dry, do your floor at the end, whatever. Just try to keep it as dry as possible. That's your best bet. You won't need to hard clean shit. Well, of course it doesn't make sense. Nothing that imbecile does make sense. Not one thing that pus filled, snot filled, spittle filled old fart does make sense. He That one that we showed on the show the other day, with him going from Ukraine to lumberjacking to Biden's at fault, back to lumberjacking, back to, like, that was the wildest train ride. I would be embarrassed if that was like my grandpa. I would be embarrassed as all hell, and like usher my friends out of the house. Like, okay, guys, let's go get a pizza or something, because we're not gonna have to listen to this old shit. Yeah. Well, Grampy needs nappies when he's up at 2 a.m. twiddling or twatting himself or whatever the fuck he's doing, because it sure ain't sleeping. Um, he's ridiculous. Yeah, Nina, hard water stains are just horrible. And when you get them on shower glass, and I mean, at cleaning for a living, I do have quite a few that don't bother, or have it and don't use it. The squeegee, I mean. It floors me every time, the kind of work I have to put in. My house today has 3 full bathrooms upstairs. All 3 are used by women. One by the mom and dad, and the other 2, there are 2 college age, there's a college age girl, a college age boy, and a high school age girl. So you already know, like, the conditioner flinging that's all over the showers and all over the wall, the glass, and it's just, and yes, the squeegees are there, but they must be invisible because they don't get used. So this is a day where it's just like my hands and my arms are just. This is the day where I definitely had to repolish because my nails are shot. Yeah, it's been a long day, so I just thought I'd wanted to pop in and say hi to some wonderful people if anybody wanted to join. And anyway, oh shit, blisters fucking suck. Lisa, you're having a day, girl. You have days like I do. Stop doing stuff. Between your white shirt green, which granted, light green is really pretty. So I ain't mad at that. What the hell? You can always get white shirts. You'd probably never find a shade of green on a shirt like that. So think of it that way. Hi, honey. I don't know. Did you make it upstairs? I think you're in bed. Get some sleep, honey. You got to get up super early. Oh, and I want you to get to work and get home because I'm going to be here and waiting while the show will be on. So I won't see you again till when the show is on tomorrow. Love you. Yes, honey, get some sleep. Oh, yeah. I, wow, that latex mattress, that had to be big. My God, what a mess that would be, Lisa. Jeez, oh crap. That's I had one of the gifts for my son for his birthday was a pillow. Well, I had to buy I just bought a roll of stuffing and put it in the pillowcase because I'm like, that's just, yeah, it was just the topper thing. So, okay, just a topper. I'm like, geez, that'd have been a lot. God, what a mess. But yeah, I just bought a roll of foam to put in, and it says future doctor, you know. What do you get a 24-year-old that's like waiting to hear about going into medical school? Kid doesn't need anything that I can get him. Dinner, some money, some random junk from Amazon. That's what he got. I don't know what to tell you. I've lost my flair for gifts at this point in life. Especially for boys. I'm so sick of buying for boys, y'all. Which, by the way, these are my stepsons, just so everyone knows. I Lord knows I wouldn't want their mom to think I'm stealing her little bit of thunder. Though we haven't gone through that shit in a long time, but you know, it's been a minute since they're 24 and almost 22. It's been a few years since we've had the drama to contend with, but that's yeah, they're uh, I've been buying for boys so long, I'm kind of over buying for boys. You know what, Lisa? You're so right. Corey and I have that problem. We have a king size. We can only rotate we can't flip it. You know, you can't do that shit anymore. And we can only rotate it all the way, like 180 degrees. You can't do because otherwise it's too short for we'd have to, I don't even know if you could like reconfigure the head, and God, what a pain in the ass that'd be. That's so much work. Oh, it's work enough to try to just move the mattress around 180 degrees. But yes, absolutely. I mean, we did king size because we had 4 dogs on the bed, even though they're small. Let me tell you, queen size was not going to cut it, folks. Not going to cut it. Um, I mean, you know, I could handle it sideways. I'm short and it probably wouldn't matter. It's just that it's off from the headboard and footboard. Like, we got a big old gap and then it lays over on the side. And I don't need that gap. Lord knows a dog falls into the gap between the mattress and the footboard. There's another vet bill I can't fucking afford. Thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, we've got a footboard. Granted, I mean, it's pretty level with the bed, but if you turn the mattress and there's, you know, that couple inches gap, that's not going to matter any. They're going to walk down there and whoop, and there you go. Well, hi, Janelle. Good to see you, dear. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome to just hanging out with me and just chit chatting away, not, you know, doing anything special. I'm just pulling a Benny. Just thought I'd sit here and talk to y'all for a little bit. And if you had anything you wanted to ask, want to talk about, I'm here. I'm just chilling. Damon, honey, good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. Hope you're chilling and doing the thing for the rest of us. You know, I'm here with it. I just made sure I hit it really good before I got started. So that way I didn't have to pause when people actually maybe showed up to see me. Who knew? Who knew? I am so excited people are here. That's great. And I know Hal's going to go on here for a Patreon thing after a while, and I don't want to keep anybody that might do that. I just, thought I'd give this a try, see if it actually works, see if I could do it. And who knows, next time I may figure out how to use StreamYard. Oh my God, the thought. Um, and learn how to like do it a little bit more in depth. I don't know. I'm so new to any of this. Any of this. If I watch Hal's Friday Eye, it's like he's speaking Greek, folks. I just listen to it to hear somebody talk. Don't understand a bit of it. Couldn't make an AI anything if you paid me. Have no desire to talk to chat FUCK. I don't know what the hell. I have no desire to. I'm too old and I don't want to embrace it. Okay. I think it's part of what's wrong with the world right now. We can't get off of this shit enough. So, what are you going to do? Uh, oh my God, SFL. Jesus Christ. I thought mine was pretty bad. I'm not too far under that, but oh my God, that's horrible. I hope your little Yorkie's okay. That's crazy. Knee job, eye removed, MRI, ultrasound. Yeah, I mean, I bet you we're close. He had a dislocated, a slipped disc in his neck. And between x-rays, MRI, the actual surgery, and prior to surgery doing the laser treatments. Oh dear God. Honey, what was that up to? I mean, we were close. I know we were over. What was it for the dog? I mean, it was horrible, but yeah, she's been okay. We've had to get masses removed from Daisy, quite a few of them actually, on her tail, under her arms, on her head. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Um, she's like, leave me out of this. 10 grand. Yeah, see, we're getting up there. Um, yeah, so I'm telling you what though, it was worth the money. We got our dog back. He, yeah, hers a few thousand with all her masses and stuff, not nearly the price tag that he was, but all of a sudden, you guys see him on the show. You see him spring across my lap and bounce around. And one day he just stopped bouncing and he was hunched and you'd go to pet him and he would yelp. We think part of it is because that king size bed that we were just talking about is very high off the ground. Now, granted, we have an ottoman after the end, and then he jumps, and it was usually like this whole cascade effect. But I think because he's just a little guy, at some point, I mean, it's the nature of dachshunds, and he's a Schweenie. He's a Shih Tzu wiener dog, Schweenie. I love that. So, anyway, yeah, that's exactly right, Damon. They'll always print more money, but I'll never get him back to seeing him being a normal dog after the surgery. One of the things, like, if I sit down, he comes up and those little paws come up on my lap and he just stretches and it's the cutest, sweetest thing. I love him to pieces and he couldn't do that. Much less he'd go out in the yard and just kind of stumble over and got all the meds for him. Like half of them made him worse. That was the rough part, was getting up to the diagnosis of that he had the slip disc. And until then, it's like, they're giving him like, the oh my God. We were on everything with this dog. God, I'm losing track of all kinds of the medicines because it's everything. He was so wiped out though that like not only is he in pain, but he's like drunk. So the poor kid couldn't like lift a leg. He just would go out there and kind of flop over and go pee, poor little thing. He was a mess for a while. Yeah, gabapentin and yeah, he was pretty overdosed, wasn't he, baby? I mean, it was bad, but he's better now. So, um, you know, I'm glad yours is better, SFL. That's so good. Let me see. I miss that. Yeah, I tell you what, pet insurance. Oh my God. If it wasn't for the that kind of help, you can do that, Lisa. Even though I think I have made um just so you know, I think I have made Kevin a mod because of course as soon as he subscribed, I made him a mod. I should probably make my husband a mod too. Just cuz. Not like you're gonna be here enough and actually know what you're doing, but hey, that's okay too. Everybody that's here can be a mod. Be perfectly honest with you. If you're here for the first time, you can be my mod. That's just the rules. And I'm kind of like Benny. I really don't care if I give you a smoking jacket. Um, long as I know you, I'll give you a smoking jacket. Oh, Damon, that's sad. I hate when there's a limb injury, especially on cats. But man, cats are so damn versatile. I had a, did I get everybody? Oh, no. I cleaned for a client that they had kids. They were not good pet owners. Cat's tail in the dryer, and they didn't really do anything about it. The cat, for quite a few days, had it hanging off. Um, aw, tripod, so sweet. Yeah, people are horrible. That's all I got to say about that. Just not everybody should own pets. Yeah, Wayne was a rescue. Wayne and Garth, his companion. And I can't say I take credit for the names Wayne and Garth. Animal Control did that. But being a Gen X kid, I was quite good with Wayne and Garth. Even though after we got them personality wise, it was more of a Felix and Oscar. This one uptight, bitchy. When he sits there, he's all proper. And Garth was definitely more Felix, more just fuck it. Uh, that's good. How many do you have, Damon? Let me see. I don't know that I can. Lord knows I don't have enough pictures downloaded into this computer to share. Why? How are you, Jan? How are you? Good to see you. Let me see. The best I can do, because I don't even know how to share a screen right now. That's beyond what I can do when I'm on my first live stream ever. 7 cats. Wow, Damon, that's great. That's almost my I think that's my record. Because there was a point where I had my cat Nikki and Smokey, and then she had kittens, and there was 5 in that litter. I think I've had 7. I think I've been up that high. I miss having cats so much, guys. It's crazy how much I miss cats. Um, let's see, Wayne and Garth. Well, I guess what you should know about Wayne and Garth is that as rescues, um, they were found not in good shape. If y'all can believe it, that's Wayne. That's my little Wayne. And yeah, I've had him since 11 of 2019. So I know, right? Poor Garth. That was Garth. I know that's, again, probably hard to see, but My poor boy was a little mop. It's sad, y'all. So when we got them home, they were definitely cleaned up and better. There's Wayne on his first night home. Sweet little boy. And there's my Garth on his first night home. Yeah, those are my boys. I miss Garth so much. He was just the sweetest little thing. And once his little face got, uh, when his hair grew in, he was definitely more. There's a good one of my little Garf Garf because that's how he would sleep. Tongue out and all. Just done. Sweet to the world. And when that hair grew in, he was very much Sam the sheepdog from Bugs Bunny. The morning Sam, morning Ralph. Yeah, he was Sam the sheepdog, only in a little baby version. Um, Here's one of me and my boys. That's my boys. No, Garth actually was not a pug, believe it or not. Stop it, honey. He was not a pug. Um, no, he was Shih Tzu, believe it or not. His he was a goofy looking little Shih Tzu, but believe it or not, he was a Shih Tzu, according to what is it? Embark is the name of the yeah, 23andMe or ancestry for dogs. That's what I used anyway. Um there's another good one of my Garth. He was a little goofball. Yeah, my babies were cute. I miss them. Oh, Jesus, Damon. The squirrel on the top. When I had cats, mostly I lived down in, when I had outdoor cats, I lived down in Florida. And it was the lizards for me that we'd get the little presents for, which odds are they didn't kill it. So trying to catch a fucking lizard running across your floor, that's always a good time, let me tell you. Oh, jeez. Lisa, for a long time after my Odie passed, I had her for 15 and a half years. That was my dogder, as I called her. Because I don't have kids of my own, y'all. I have stepchildren, stepsons. Um, but she was my daughter. Odie was my daughter. Um, and I swear to God, I until these guys showed up, I felt her sleeping by me every night. Every night. Um, and granted, I still have one of her little stuffed toys, which is the cartoon Odie. I sleep with it every night, and I have since she passed. And I lost her um 10 years ago when Prince died. So, oh yeah, she was a good girl. You probably can't feed yourself, Damon. Come on. I'm sure you know they'll help. They'll help feed on you, maybe. Oh man, I wish I could groom my dog. I've tried. Mm, yeah. Oh, of course, through pandemic, we got the clippers and all the things. Nobody can butcher a dog like I can butcher a dog. I mean, you can see his eyes again, but there is nothing that looks even or well done. They always get too fucking hot. Like I hate trying to groom them. We do it because God, the money's crazy, Um, and sometimes it's all you need is just to be able to see their eyes a little bit for a little bit, but especially through the winter. But God, hats off to you for being able to groom dogs. Let me tell you. Um, 18 years. Wow. I feel you, Lisa. They are big chunks of eras of your life, and the look at it as the Odie years and the Wayne years, and yeah, it's not just the loss of them; it's the loss of that era with them that you miss too. Nice. Well, when I got Odie, my ex-husband, he wanted a dog, and I had been bitten by a kid as a kid by a dog. Also been chased by a dog while I was holding a cat like this that the dog was trying to attack. I was not a dog person when I was a kid at all. Um, and then my husband wanted one. So at the time, not Corey. Sorry, honey, but you know this story. Good night, honey. Good time for you to go to bed. I love you. It's not really about Dave, but that's okay. Love you. Sweet dreams, sweetie. I'll see you in the morning. Um, yeah, it's hard. So when we got, thank you, sweetie. Love you too. When I got Odie, my first dog ever, first husband wanted the dog, and I told him, three parameters. First of all, um, when it's grown, it can't be taller than me. I the first dog that the dog that I was bit by was a Doberman. No, sorry, I don't need a big dog. I'm little. I don't know dogs. That's not going to be for me. Number two, um, we had cats at the time. I had four at the time. I had Ruby, Smokey, Nikki, and Outlaw. Outlaw was Dave's cat. The other three were mine. And so we needed to get a puppy that would know the cats as brother and sister, not playthings and food. And then the third parameters I don't want a little dog either. I didn't want like just something yappy like a chihuahua or something. I just didn't, because I don't know how to control that either. So just find me a middle of the road dog and make it a puppy, and we're good. Well, his sister in law worked with somebody that was having basset hound puppies, so we were told. And we were told we were getting a boy. Now, when Odie came bouncing out of the crate, straight up, y'all, it was like the cartoon dog, all head, all ears, little baby body, and happy as she was stupid. I mean, just cluelessly, just the most joyful dog I've ever seen in my life. Instantly, I called her Odie. Even though I thought it was a boy, didn't really look that. I mean, I wasn't looking there. Right off the bat, that was not where my focus was, folks. And only a couple days later did I realize that she's like squatting. She's not really lifting a leg. Oh, there's nothing down there. Okay, well, Odessa became her name because by then she was used to Odie. I liked it. It worked. So yes, Odie was a girl. But she was and she wasn't full basset. There was no way she was full basset. Um um but let me see if I can find a pic of Odie because it's been a long time. I get to the very front of my pictures. I think I've got a couple. There's one with me and Corey and Odie. And you can see she's not full basset. She had basset body, basset chunk. Um, but not quite the ears. They didn't go to the floor. Yeah, Garfield's friend, Odie, is who she reminded me of as a puppy. Um, that's not a real great picture of her, but that was my girl. I miss her. I miss my Odie girl a lot. That was 15 and a half years of a good best friend and a better daughter, and she saw me through that marriage and that divorce, and if it wasn't for her, I'd have probably lost my mind. So, um, all hail Odie and miss her every day. Uh, yeah, Odie was on Garfield, and granted, my cat Smokey was a big chunk, and he was kind of like a Garfield, but gray and hazy instead of the orange. And yes, he would like lick on my pizza. So it was like, okay, well, if he licks on that, he'd probably eat lasagna. No, I never let him touch my lasagna because that's no, that's not kitty food. That's my food. I don't share lasagna with cats. Thank you very much. Um, I gotta like you to share my lasagna. Thank you. Thank you. I am half Italian, folks. If you want some of this, you gotta walk on two legs. Or maybe be him, because if he begs cute enough, he might just get a little bit. Yeah. Losing a pet is so hard, guys. You're buying yourself a mini tragedy when you get a pet. You just know you are. You're buying yourself a heartbreak, but you're buying all that love that leads up to the heartbreak, which is so worth the trade off. I mean, no lasagna for the kidding. That's great, SFO. It's you know, there's so I know people are, what about people? Well, yeah, there's a lot of terrible shit all over the place, whether it be to animals, whether it be to people. Folks, it's hard sometimes just to not lose faith in everything. Really. I mean, I'm there. I get it. It's hard. You just have to look towards the joyful moments you get with things like this and people you love, and times with yourself where you can just scream and breathe and okay, we're good now. Um, you know, and yeah, I'm grateful for people like USFL that get out there and push the line and um, you know, speak up for these little guys that have no voice, like those folks that are saving the beagles and those horrible labs that they just test on them constantly. Okay. Oh, yeah, Polish stuffed macaroni. That kind of sounds pretty good, actually. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. You know, Damon, I've been with every one of my pets when they died. No way I wouldn't gonna be with any of them. Um, and I've been grateful. I've only had to technically put down a few. I had a couple. Well, I mean, okay, so Nikki, that was my first cat, and she ended up with liver failure, like most of them do. Ended up jaundiced, and um, she had to get put down. Um, then Smokey went. He was sick, but it was right over New Year's Eve, of course, because why is it pets can't seem to get sick through a weekday that's not a holiday? I have no idea. Um, Oh no, Damon, I'd never, never, ever, ever would I leave my no. That hurts my soul. This is I've promised him to be with him till the end. I mean it. I kept that promise for every one of my animals. And that means till that last fucking second. Smokey was sick. He got sick over New Year's. And when I finally called the vet that new day after, it was New Year's Day that he got sick, got the appointment for, I didn't want to go to the emergency vet because I knew what was coming. And Lord knows I was just going to hold him until we could get to the real vet. And he passed in my arms about 2 hours before his appointment. So that was Smokey. Ruby, which was his daughter, and his sister. We won't get into that. Um, um, she was my little sweet angel, and she also liver, jaundiced. We got to the vet, and it's a series of 2 shots. The first one was just the numbing to calm you down, and that was all it took. She didn't need the pink shot. So there was Nikki, Ruby, Smokey, and poor Garth. A couple years ago, out of nowhere, um, 2 days after Corey's first knee replacement surgery, we're all sleeping down here on the floor, so nobody had to deal with going up and down the stairs. And out of nowhere, on my leg, next to my leg, Garth, full seizure, full convulsions. Corey, who's up in the recliner and can't really fucking move very easily, um, it's stuck. Garth is again full seizure, won't stop, can't make it stop. I get the dog into Corey's arms so he can hold him, so I can get dressed, so I can hold him, so he can get dressed, so we can make it to the vet. Because I had to get Corey with his one leg to the car with Garth, get them to the vet. We went. There was a place across the street. We went and had breakfast because they needed to work on him, and I couldn't just sit there and wait. A couple hours later, they call us and tell us that everything they tried, nothing is bringing him out of the seizure. So we went back and said goodbye to Garth. It's just animals are hard, folks, and there is no way I could just up and never. No. I've been with you, and I promise to keep you till the end, and that's what I'll do. Smokey and Ruby, my cats, I was there when they were born. I was there the day they were born. I was there the minute they passed away. Those were my babies. Yeah, Lisa, that's the smart move. There's so many seniors out there that people just get rid of because it's not a perky puppy and they don't want the vet bills. And that's just, oh, that just breaks my heart. Yeah, and let me tell you, when I had to lose Odie, ooh, guys, that one was one that I don't know that she was getting sick. She wasn't keeping food down real well, but it wasn't a constant thing. The vet told me, and so showed me some x-ray on her phone that she says was her, and it was hard to see, but apparently her stomach was kind of turned and it wasn't sitting well, so she wasn't processing, and the vet had me thinking she was in a lot of pain. And boy, at that time I sure didn't have money for that type of a surgery. But she was 15 and a half, I mean, that's an old dog. Um, so at that point, I said, "Well, okay, well, go ahead, and I'm gonna have another day with her, and or two maybe." And I made the appointment for a day or two later. And of course, the day she's like leading up to it, she would have a hard time going to the bathroom. She'd be out there, the poor little thing in the doggy poo position, just struggling, just sitting there swaying, nothing happening. And she'd do it for, yards across the yard, all around. And but then, like the next day, she'd be okay. She'd finally pass. Everything would be okay. And the day I had her appointment, she she was good that day. She ate, she pooed, she was excited for her walk. She was excited for her chicken, which God, that was the most poultriest loving dog I've ever known. Um, she was doing good that day, and I still took her. And to this day, my friend Michelle will tell me, "You did the right thing. It was just going to be a matter of time, and you didn't want her in pain," which are all true statements. But that doesn't mean that it was time yet. And I think I jumped too soon. And I'll never not feel that way. So, I'm gonna be hard pressed. I know it would have come back, I guess, but it was, and I suppose to look at it too, I guess better for her to end on a good day than a bad day. But not really. We got to that vet's office, and she was usually excited to go anywhere. That dog, let me tell you, was my co-pilot. I do a lot of driving, especially at that point, and that dog would get in the car with me, and I had a little GMC Sonoma. There she was right next to me in that co-pilot seat, happy as ever every time I went anywhere with her, which was very often. And she didn't want to get in the car that day. She didn't want to get out of the car that day. She didn't want to go up to the building that day. And that's just not like her. So I miss her, and you just better believe if I'm gonna be damn fucking sure that I can't save them. Which is hard when you're not Elon Musk and don't have all the fucking money in the world to save them. So, but that's where I am. So I miss my Odie girl, my little Odessa. She was something else. She would really, being Beagle Basset mix. Her job was to sniff the world twice and start over. Just walking that dog was not walking. Walking with that dog was Sunday driving on feet. She was just the meanderer. Everything smelled good. Don't care if we're getting chased by geese. I still want to smell this bush over here. She was a fun dog. She was such a good girl. Yes, thank you, Janelle. It's rough. Losing pets is really rough, especially. Oh, again, I don't have kids of my own. Before I had stepkids, I had Odie. And dogs to me are more childlike than cats. They'll no, they're not the same. I get it. Having a pet is not like having a child. I get that 1000%. However, I do feel like dogs do have a little more, I don't know, neediness to them. There, there's more of an emotional I don't know, attachment that they get to you. Cats do too, but like, eh, whatever. That's a cat. Like, get over here, but then give me 2 seconds of love on my chin. Now get the fuck away. That's cats. Um, I mean, Midas Touch isn't going to do shit that doesn't benefit Midas Touch. That's pretty obvious at this point. I mean, granted, give them credit. At least there's somebody with that many subs, with that many ears and eyes on them on our side. Whether they've gotten to be money grubbing and a little too clickbaity or not, at least they're still out there spreading, truth. Gotta give them that. How are you leaving, Damon? Thank you for coming in, honey. Oh, I'll look that up for sure. Matter of fact, let me put that in a new link and I'll look at that later. Thank you, Damon, honey. Appreciate that. Just, it's I didn't know you were leaving here. Let me make sure I put you in as a mod too. Anybody here for my first time through gets moderator status, so oh, anyway, didn't mean to go through all that, y'all, but hey, I want y'all to know me. I mean, that's we're too busy covering Trumpstein and his angry batch of lonely ninjas or minions or whatever the fuck these fuckers are. I'm so over this timeline, these people, the level of stupid you have to hear and contend with every day. I mean, y'all, if y'all, those of you that were over with Gunny when he was live, hearing these people, like, I can hardly believe how these MAGAs are so absolutely stonewalled, absolutely won't hear anything. It's like there's this blockade of comprehension, just a stone cold invisible wall. They hear nothing, they see nothing, they know nothing, but what about Biden? It just, folks, it has to be a cult. You're welcome, JN. It has to be a cult. I I have no other. There's a level of worship that goes on, and it's and it's not even almost for MAGA or for Trump at this point. It's for the idea of MAGA. They're like their own Scientology at this point, and really, the grift is just as strong. I mean, you got to buy your way up levels. Hi, Tiffany. Well, I just thought I'd go live. I didn't want to text anybody and make it a big thing, but I thought I'd come in and just do my thing. But, I'm here. Hello. Good to see you. Hi. Um, I don't even know what I was talking about, so I probably need to hit my bowl again. It's been a minute. And now I'm all stuffy because I was crying about Odie. See what happens when I start just talking about me. That'll teach me. I probably shouldn't do that anymore. Well, wait a minute. That's what I'm here for. I'll talk about me a little bit. But yeah, that's this cult is something else. Yeah, the level of grift to me is about the same as Scientology. You got to buy to get your way up levels, don't you? In that place, from what I understand, same thing. You just keep buying more of the grift. Buy you a watch, buy you a Bible, buy you 17 flags and a T-shirt and a stupid red hat. It's however, the more you buy, the more you're in. Like, it just tell me you're in a cult, folks. Tell me you're in a cult. I yeah, I mean, and granted, I grew up in my family is from St. Pete, Clearwater, and so that the Scientology is right there, folks. They're they're interesting folk. They're interesting folk. I don't. You won't ever get me living in Florida, and I live in Indiana. It's not like it's a prize here, but it's better in Florida, in my humble opinion. Sorry, Floridians. Sorry for you. I just can't do it anymore. That is the over the top level of stupid. That's the crazy MAGA cult down there. Up here in Indiana, we have a little bit more of these folks, the Mike Pence kind, which are no prize. Um, and trust me, we get a lot of the kind of folks here too. But that being said, it seems a little calmer down here. They're a little more undercover with their racism and misogyny here. Pretend, use the guise of the Bible to justify being dicks. So, um, but I like the change of seasons here better than Florida. Florida just loses on a few different fronts for me. I like a season when the bugs die. Um, I like not dealing with tourists that can't drive 90% of the year. There's just like every 5 seconds somebody's hitting somebody. There's an accident all the time. Too many people. Too much. No, thank you. Yeah, real seasons. Let me tell you, that is one of the things about up here that, like, folks, I loathe winter. Loathe the winter. I do not like ice and snow. It is so much work. Freeze your ass off. More laundry than I care to even do. But I do like it to be cooler. I want to wear jeans. I like boots when my feet aren't a mess. I like sweaters. Can't really do that much in Florida, unless you want to smell real pretty. No, thanks. Yeah, I like right now, Lisa. I like right now, just prior to now, because now we're starting to get into the little too warm side. Because granted, this girl in her hot flashes and night sweats, I'd like it to be cool enough for me to be cozied in with a blanket. So poor Corey is up there in the ice box as we speak, um, waiting for me at some point to come in and join him. Um, and it better be an ice box because otherwise my ass can't sleep. Um, oh, is Jasmine on? That's great. Um, hey Lisa, we are neighbors. Yeah, I'm in Zionsville. Don't hold that against me. But it's just northwest of Indianapolis. I'm right in the middle of the state. Um, not which granted, that's one of the things I do like about Indiana too. I'm in the middle of the country. It doesn't take me much to drive to 2/3 of it is basically a one day trip anyway. Um, 2 days, 3 days to California, maybe, depending on how much you want to sleep. Um, but yeah, I like this time of year too, because I like when things are budding and like the lilac bushes outside my back door right now, y'all. Oh my god, open that up and it smells so good. And the little white flowers on all the uh, Bartlett pear trees around here are so pretty. But then all the rain and wind comes and it's trees. But guess what? Give me green any day. Winter, that's the other loathing thing about winter is all the sticks in the air. There's nothing green. It's just gray and brown and dirt and mud. You might get the pretty snowfall every now and then, but it lasts for like 5 minutes. And then it's been driven on and pissed on and pooped on and walked on, and it's just not so pretty anymore. Y'all can keep that between Dayton and Cincy. My oldest, who just turned 24, he's gonna be in Cincy this weekend celebrating his birthday with his girlfriend. So that's fun. He won't be too far from you. I'll have him wave in your direction. Yeah, I like spring. I do like spring a lot. Um, And I only like the very beginning of fall because then again we then proceed into the sticks in the air time of year once the leaves are gone, and it's just but right now when you get cold mornings and pretty outside and the birds are going crazy. Oh, I've got like 5 feeders outside and I, try to keep them full. They try to keep them empty. Um, and I love it. It kills me to not sit out there in the afternoons when we're doing the show, but I fear it might be too loud with all the birds and shit out there. So, oh yes, thank you. Yes, my paw print heart. One of my favorites. I have quite a few paw print type of shirts. This one probably has some. Have I worn this to work yet? Yes. Work shirts you can tell because there's almost inevitably a bleach stain somewhere down in this general vicinity. Um, I try not to wear too many of my shirts to work, but eventually, yeah, oh yeah, the bleach stains are very prevalent in my wardrobe. Once they become so prevalent that it's actually like holes, because it comes from me leaning over tubs and leaning over sinks and shit, and I've got a belly, so it's gonna hit. And I'm short, I gotta reach. So once we get too many holes right in here, then it becomes a rag for cleaning. So it's all recycled, and then once it falls apart into nothing, then it finally hits the trash can. But yeah, bleach is my best friend and my enemy all at once. But don't drink the bleach, okay, folks? Don't drink the bleach. I don't care what Dinky tells you. Don't drink the bleach. Let me tell y'all, as a active cleaning lady, when he said that during COVID, my best friend Michelle, it was an instant. Did you just hear this motherfucker say, try to drink some antiseptics? We were all like, well, I guess we're good. We fucking huff and inhale that shit all day long, baby. We're golden, please. I'm sure I've had enough of it come through my mouth to say I've ingested bleach for a lifetime. God, y'all have been doing this almost 15 years. Like, I think good. Uh, I used to have a partner, Nina. Michelle is actually a house cleaner of probably 30 years. She was, and my best friend, I've known Michelle since high school, since we were 14 years old. Um, and I started out cleaning for her. And then we became partners. And then we had enough clients to split off, and I've been doing this on my own for probably 13 years now. So, and all by myself. It is just me. I don't have a company. Thank God. It's, you know, um, and the clients that I have, I don't have many new ones. I've had most of my clients the whole time I've been cleaning. Um, and the ones I have pretty much all know each other. It's just a word of mouth thing. Um, oh, I bet it did, Jan. I bet it did. Yeah, see, Lisa, I would use vinegar, but my thing is, I'm really not a fan of the smell, to be honest with you. I really can't do vinegar. I know it's effective and all, but when you've got to smell something all day long, that I can't do it. I've tried and I've had people that want me to just do vinegar. And if that's the case, if you're real specific, I'll do that, but I'd rather not. No, bleach, scrub free, spray away, pine sol, and then spray away stainless and barkeeper's friend, and a little bit of uh, the glass top coat cleaner. That's what I have in my repertoire. And Swiffers for up high because I'm not getting up to do ceiling fans with anything but it. So that's it. That's what I use. There's not much to it. And whatever toilet bowl cleaner happens to be on sale because they all work the fucking same. So, um, and yes, I mean, vinegar is nice and safe and that's great. But, oh yeah, every time he opens his mouth, it's stupid. But yeah, through COVID, it was crazy. Oh yeah, Tilex is. I mean, most of that. Tilex. Granted, the stuff that has bleach in it, yeah, that stuff is so potent. There are a couple things out there that it just the slightest whiff, and it's like, holy shit. Now, granted, bleach is strong, but it works. I don't need a lot of it. It just a little bit goes a long way. I mean, it's and the smell goes a long way. I buy most of my cleaning supplies from Sam's Club. I have the bottle of, the big gallon of bleach. I might buy one every 6, 7 months. Like, I don't need it that much. I go through more glass cleaner than anything. Glass cleaner, I can use it on anything, and spray away glass is by far the best one out there. Um, yeah, Tilex is horrible. Scrubbing bubbles is a waste of time. God help us all. Scrubbing bubbles is a waste of time. Miss me with scrubbing bubbles. You can keep it. I want no part of it. And it does not smell good at all. There's nothing good smelling about scrubbing bubbles. Um, Granted, back when I was cleaning, so yeah, since Michelle and I, before we split, one of the things we did do as a team was student rental housing for Butler University. So cleaning up homes for, after 6, 8 college kids had been occupying the home for, 8 months, 9 months. Yeah, that was brutal times. And in times like that, yes, the comet got used. Yes, there was a little more chemicals involved. Um, Mostly because at that point, like, those kids are so fucking stupid. There's specific instructions for when you move out to, like, not cut your power off and all these things, and most of them would. So that means we're there trying to clean with cold water, sometimes no power. Um, well, and again, cleaning a house that was occupied by college kids with no power, no bleach, no hot water. Um, or yeah, no, bleach was a necessity when we had no hot water. That's I have to use what works. Green products, here's the thing for me with green products, guys. They're great for people that maintain. That are truly good about caring for their house on a very regular basis. I come in every 2 weeks, and I have to be very efficient with the time I have, and I've got to work on what people don't do in the 2 weeks that I'm not there. And a lot of those green products, just for me, don't have the umph that's going to give the wow that I need. And at this point, I am 51 years old. I am too old to work that fucking hard. I need products that are going to do what I need them to do. Hence, like, scrub free. Best thing I have ever found for hard water on bathrooms, on sinks, on showers. Um, I have to do things that work. Um, and again, most times I have, depending on my pay, I have basically between 3 and 5 hours, and really it's the size of the house, to get done what I got to get done. And when shit's been neglected for 2 weeks, say in a house occupied by teenage girls who've been flinging shit on shower walls for 2 weeks, I've got to get in there and look. Elbow grease is elbow grease, and at 51, look, I've had carpal tunnel surgery. I've had more cortisone shots than you can shake a stick at and wrists. Um, yeah, see, as if though when you maintain, folks, when you maintain, you don't need the cleaning lady. Or when you maintain, your cleaning lady can do detailed shit. I've got a couple clients that are very good at keeping up after themselves, that when I come, it's basically let me hit the bathroom real good, because nobody really does their shower real good. And it's always nice to have a fresh shower tub, all that. But then I can do things like up high dusting, baseboards, cabinet wipe downs, all those things that you really don't want to take the time to do in your house. It's a balance. And unfortunately, it's not something everybody who gets a cleaning lady gets. That, like, the more you do, the more I can do of things you don't want to do. It's kind of a balance. I've had people that have me like make their kids' beds, pick up their kids' rooms, and do the whole. Let me tell y'all, if it was me and I had young kids, if their room wasn't picked up, I wouldn't bother my cleaning lady with that. I would rather my cleaning lady spend time on door frames and baseboards than ever bother with making my kids bed or picking up their toys. Um, it's really a balance. Like, what do you want that cleaning lady to do with her 3 hours and your $150? It's really up to you. You set those parameters. And again, for me, like, don't make my bed. That's easy, stupid shit. I can do that. That's not hard work. The doing my baseboards, the climbing up and getting the counters and getting the tops of the counter cabinets and um dusting all your blinds or all your shutters. I mean, that shit takes time. And dust your blinds, see what happens to all the floors and shit. Like it becomes a process. You got to do everything. Let your cleaning lady do those things that are going to take some time. Don't have your cleaning lady fuck with your kids' beds or even your bed for that matter. And I mean, I will do it and I'll make beds. Nothing really kind of grosses me out more than kids' beds because kids are gross. Sorry, kids. But kids are gross. Kids are disgusting. And almost every family that I have kids, more often than not, there's always like Advil, kids motoring on the counter. It's just like, oh God, what am I avoiding getting sick from this week? Like, please, people, can we just keep the disease-ridden children to a minimum? Please don't let me make their beds because I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Oh, see, folks, the hot flashes come, and now we've got to turn on the fan. Okay. Anyhow, so, um, oh yeah, I don't, Lisa. I mean, that's the sad part when things like that. I'm sorry. You gotta. It's like, how much do you have to pre-think out before surgeries and shit? It's like, yeah, things like air filters. Yeah, it just, oh shit, that's gonna come up while I'm in surgery. There's all those little things you don't even fucking think about that's gonna need done while you're trying to recover. Yeah, air filters is a um. Oh shit, SFL. That's god damn. See, I don't like those steamers. I always felt like they were. I didn't trust them to not fuck up. I had one lady that had one of her own and she wanted me to use it. Fair. If you want me to use something and you provide it, fantastic. I'll do it. But if you want me to use a steam mop and I don't use a steam mop, so that's not going to be on me. Um but I didn't like it. I didn't trust it to not leak, to not like spurtle and get way too hot. Um I couldn't like just rinse it like I can with my normal mop. Like I didn't like the idea of the steam mop at all, and I didn't want to. Yeah, I don't need to damage shit, folks. I don't make that kind of dime. Okay. Yeah, Lisa, I'm sorry. That's a lot. My hubby's had both knees replaced, and his wasn't that bad. I'm sorry. It's God taking you so much, to get going, especially with PT. You wouldn't think it would be that bad, but I'm grateful. My knees are only creaking at this point. And when they did the MRI of them, they said they're fine. I go upstairs and it's but okay, they're fine. So I mean, having a cleaning lady is really good if you can do it. Um, and when you set those parameters for what you want her to do, like I said, have your bed made. That's simple. Why waste her time making your bed? Do you really want to pay your money for that? No. I mean, it's not worth it. Um, But, let your cleaning lady get in and get the showers, get baseboards. Like, to me, laundry is something too. I and that's just me personally. I don't want somebody doing my laundry. I don't want somebody messing up my clothes. If my clothes get fucked up, at least I can blame me and nobody else. Because my luck, it's gonna be like my favorite thing that gets destroyed in a washer. I just no. Um, Plus that's time consuming. Not so much the washing and drying, but if as a cleaner I've got to time my day to hit your washer and dryer in between whatever tasks I'm doing, you know, that kills the flow, it kills the mojo, and it takes more time than it really needs to. I'd rather be focused on, like I said, door frames, door doors themselves, baseboards. Again, baseboards are such a bitch. And if it's not a couch or an entertainment center, I'll move stuff out within reason. Long as I'm not, going to hurt myself or damage something, I will move it. Um, but yeah, that's, and cleaning person, plumber, all these things people need to realize is a service and a luxury, really, not a necessity. You could do your own stuff. You can do your own cleaning. You could do your own. It's going to cost you a lot. You might not know what the fuck you're doing, but you could, but it's going to take a lot more time for you. A lot of times, problem with regular people too when they're cleaning is like you get distracted. Heaven forbid you've got kids or pets or anybody. Like you can get started on a task and then, oh wait, I gotta go, and something else happens and you gotta go, and 3 days later, well, you got a quarter of a room done. This way your cleaning lady can rotate those things on a regular. Like with regular clients, like I don't do baseboards every time, but it gets rotated like every third time. I rotate deep tasks with the normal tasks, like you should do with your troll slayer, Kevin, honey. Mwah. You're late. Where the hell you been? I didn't notify anybody, so I'm sorry. I should have done that. But good to see you, my dear. But you maintain um in my head, I maintain a list of the things that like aren't baseboards, not in every time, cabinets, not in every time, up high dusting, not every time, but those get rotated with your kitchen, your bathroom, the floors, all the things that do get done every time. If you do that yourself, you're fine. You're good to go. So I know I'm here all by myself. Just little old me. Just chilling out for a little bit, guys. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming in and just hanging out. This is really fun. Just talking to myself. I guess it's a little weird, but I'm trying to get used to it. Uh, just wanted to come in and boom, you're a mod, just like that, baby. See, anybody here for my first day in gets to be mod status. That's just how that goes. Um, and of course, how are you? Come on. I was waiting for you. I was waiting with my hand on the mod button. Did you notice how quickly you were a mod, Kevin? Come on, sweetie. I was waiting for you. Oh, anyway, guys. So yeah, I like what I do. Don't get me wrong, because I do. It's hard work, and it sucks. And the older I get, the more I don't want to do it. But I do like my job. I like knowing I'm making people's days better. That they're gonna come home, and it's gen clean. That when they walk in the door, it's and I like knowing I give people that little exhale. That's a good feeling. So I miss you, Tiffany. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. I thought oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was dumb. I've been blabbing away. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Sorry, Tiff. Sorry. I meant, no way you're not going to be my mod too, Tiff. Come on now. Um, I'm slow. I'm not MAGA slow, but I'm slow. Lord knows. If I'm MAGA slow, somebody just bury me in the hat, call it done, put me out of my misery, throw me to the pasture. I never want to be that dumb in my fucking life. Lord. Well, I do have a Venmo, but I don't need that stuff. I'm just here to say hi to people. I'm not trying to go crazy with that kind of stuff, y'all. I just, I'm excited when I'm blessed that Diane asked me to be part of the show. Very grateful to be there. Want to do everything I can to help the ladies just grow and succeed and just do good things for them and in the same time bitch our truth to the world. Um and again, I am so not tech savvy. You're lucky you see me right now, folks, because it took me a minute just to get this going. Um but I want to just hang out, and I thought, um if any, I mean, I just thought this way you can get to know me better, because we're talking about Dinky and his stupid shit through the show. We don't get to hang too much. Yes, you've seen me in Zooms with, Brian and the ladies, and, um, what the hell? I thought I'd just give it a shot to come on and say hi to everybody. So Gunny was great. I almost had a chance to see Gunny yesterday. He texted, he was up in town, but it just so happened that the one night he could hang out was the night we had dinner for my oldest stepson's 24th birthday. So it just didn't quite work out this time around, but he says he's going to be heading this way, up towards Chicago here in a couple weeks. So when he comes back up through, we're going to make sure we get some time, go have some dinner. Of course, we'll send some pics, probably take a little video again. Um, but yeah, this time I actually get to sit and see Gunny and chat with him more than just in the middle of a rally in the middle of all the crazy. So, yeah. So yes, this was so cute. Let me tell you, this is not meant for this microphone, and the work I had to do to get this little sucker on here, y'all have been laughing at me. This is really meant for one of those headset microphones, like the gamers wear, which I don't want a headset. I don't need a headset. There's no reason to have a headset. They No, I got enough problems with losing my hair. Thanks, folks. But um this thing, I had to like take a pair of scissors and wedge it open and pry it in there. It barely fucking fit, y'all, but they did not make a purple one in this size, so I had to work it. I did. Daisy, you can wait, dear girl. We went out before we sat down. Lord have mercy. Um yeah, I mean, I'm I don't know where I'm a mod. I think I'm only a mod at a couple of places. That's not really my thing. I can try to sit and watch chat, but honest to God, I find trolls kind of funny. And unless they're vulgar, like I think I'm not really a good mod, because unless they're being vulgar, I'll just kind of let them go. Let him make a fool of himself. Let everybody else get to make fun of them because they're fucking stupid. To me, moles or trolls are entertaining. Like, they're just nothing but amusement, you know? Um, yeah, and I mean, that's the other thing too. I'm so ADHD. I can kind of do one thing or the other. I can either watch the show or I can chat. My brain kind of, when I'm chatting, then I kind of tune off the show. When I'm watching the show, I'm kind of not really looking at the chat, like, at least not focused on it. So I don't make a good mod. I just don't. I don't mind being one, and if somebody's being vulgar, I'll get in there and get them out. But like, I think I'm a mod on Will's. I'm a mod, of course, at Benny's. Everybody's a mod at Benny's. I think that's it. Gunny's gonna make me a mod, but he laughed because he couldn't believe he forgot. I think that's it. Like, I don't really have a desire to mod anywhere. I'm not trying to be a boss mod anywhere. That's just not my style. um, no, the only reason I like with the girls, I do like that I can share a link in the chat. That's helpful. But that's the only reason for me that I feel like mod status makes any sense for me. So, Midas Touch, like those are chats that go by so fast for me. There'd be no way. I could never. Howls is fast enough. Howls is about as fast as I can handle the chat and still kind of keep up. That's about it. That's as good as it gets. That's just a lot. That's a lot, and I feel like I'm sitting here scrolling like, what did I just miss? Like, it's a lot. I don't need all that kind of. I don't need the pressure. It's too much pressure. I don't handle pressure well, folks. Yeah, Lisa, boss mods do suck. They do suck. They do suck, especially when they give themselves that title. Sorry. That's kind of funny. Anyway. Trolls should fear you, Troll Slayer. They should. They absolutely should fear you. Now, you are what I call a boss mod. And you don't have to give yourself that title. I'll give it to you. See, that's how that works. I can't imagine having to do it over at Midas Touch. That would just be insane. It would just be insane. And I'm glad you changed your name too, Kevin, because why pay homage to them in your name? That's just not even worth it. Nope. It's like, what have you done for me lately? And granted, I tried to have just Jennyfaye when I first did YouTube years ago, and of course it was like taken or wouldn't let me. So Jennyfaye Muppet it was, which fair game. Obviously, I've been a Muppet fan since I was a little kid. That is the one genre of kid stuff you could sit me down in front of and it won't annoy me. Benny! What the hell, woman? I've been on for I don't know how long now. Hour and a half. Holy shit. Hi, sweetheart. I missed you, mama. I'm doing it. I ain't doing nothing, but I'm doing it. Hope I don't catch anything while I'm doing it, but well. I've got the bleach. I can drink the bleach. Wait, I can drink the bleach. It's fine. I can catch whatever. Bring it on. Been a nice nap. I'm waiting for my nap. I can sleep in tomorrow. Saturdays are good. Sundays are great because like Corey's days off are Sunday and Monday. So he has to work tomorrow, which I'm sorry for him, but I don't mind the whole king size bed. But you'd think with a whole king size bed, they would spread out. No, because I have to keep it like a ice box. Unfortunately, the dogs are right up next to me, and that's where we are. So, oh, John, look at you, John. Hi, John. Look at you. Now you get to be one too. There's gonna be nobody in here that's not blue. I'm giving them out willingly. Already done, Lisa. Already done. I'm on it. I learned my lesson with Tiffany. Sorry, Tiffany. You only got to fuck with me once. I learn lessons. See? That's how you know I'm not MAGA. I don't make the same stupid mistake over and over and over and over again. Seriously, John. Well, it's late, folks. I mean, I know it's late. I didn't expect to be on. I didn't warn anybody. I just kind of thought I would throw this up and see what happens, you know? Suppose that's a risk you take when you change your name too. Is like nobody, you get so used to people's monikers on here, you wouldn't know the difference when somebody like I wouldn't know. Like, wait, you're what now? Just yeah, I'm good with keeping it Jennyfaye Muppet. It's a little long, but it works. It's my name, not the Muppet part, but I could be Janice, like for sure. She was always kind of my favorite, little hippie chick. Part of the band, but not really in the band. Hmm. Yeah, borax is pretty good stuff. I try to keep my shit simple. I've got a cleaning bag that could probably break my back if I like if I was off for another month, it probably would have because my cleaning bag is heavy. It's full of all the cleaners and rags and all the stuff, and it hurts. Well, I keep getting barked at, Lisa, to let this one out, even though that was what we did before we went live, mind you, because I wanted to be sure that I could sit and not have to get up again. But I'm getting a bark, and she can just wait a little bit because damn these dogs. That's why cats are better. Litter boxes, they're kind of nice. Just saying, they're not nice to clean. It's nice not to have to like cater to somebody else's bathroom ritual. I'm saying, Lisa, damn. Cleaning's not easy, Tiff. It is not an easy job. I mean, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm pretty fucking tired. Most days, I'm pretty tired. And like on Tuesday and Thursday, when you've seen me, I've been working. I'm, I'm, I have probably just by the skin of my teeth made it to the show on time. Um, I know, small dog, small bladder. I get it. Um, uh, Shay, thank you, SFL. I did not know that. Now that I know, Shay, thank you. Um, oh, let me tell you, there's days I'm so tired when I get home, and once the stream ends, I mean, I'm here and I'll play word games on my phone once I shut all this down. Just I'll play Wordle. I'll play like a word cookie game. I tune out. I tune out everything. Probably just put some music on. Um, you know, Yeah, let me get the puppers out. If you guys want to hang, you can hang, and I'll be back in like 2 minutes with the old broad. Hold on. All right, let's go. Okay. Pups are good. Let me tell you, y'all. Yes, this is the best time of year. This is from my lilac bush. Oh my God. Smells so good, folks. Like as soon as I open my door, I have a big, big bush of this. Mm. I could smell this all day. I could absolutely smell this all day. So wonderful. Anyway, gotta love spring. Benny, I have a hot dog too. His name is Wayne. I just gave them cookies. They're content. And I had corn dogs tonight. See, look at that, Benny. Great minds. I love my lilac bushes. I planted them just a couple summers ago and they are so big and so pretty. Best thing I ever fucking planted were those lilac bushes. I've got one outside my back door and one like kind of around the corner from it by my kitchen window. So whenever I either open my back door or open my window, it's just poof, just nothing but the smell of lilac. I love it. Yes, it's a wiener night. Oh yes, it's wiener night. For who? Yeah, simple was the name of the game today. The house I clean today is just like I said, 3 full upstairs bathrooms, all with glass shower enclosures. Well, say hi, Daisy. Look at you. You don't come up much. Oh. She's a tank. 3 full bathrooms upstairs, all with glass showers, all used. 2 dogs, black fur. It's a long day. Oh, purple shira, night blooming jasmine. My grandma had that when we lived down in Florida. Outside her house. Oh, this is so sweet. I miss that. I do miss the night blooming jasmine. That was a. Mm-hmm. I don't have any of that here. I don't know that I can do that here because we're just not warm enough. I'm sure it would die. Most good things do die in Indiana, but you know. You should, Lisa. I tell you, lilac bush is just. It's one of the best things I've planted in my yard. I mean, I wish the blooms lasted longer, like everything, but it's so nice and big. It's a nice privacy, blocker. It's a nice shade blocker, especially because I have it on the west side of my house where the sun wants to beat in, and it's helped, insulate a little bit. So it's really nice. Best thing I've ever planted. Lilacs are just so good, so good. I mean, oh, I'm sitting here smelling it, and it's right. Ah, don't care, don't care. So good. Uh, you should. I think that'd be a great gift, and that's better than just a bouquet of flowers because that'll bloom for you every year. So, uh, uh, yeah, my corn dog was good. It was food. It was sustenance. I ain't mad at you. I could go for a hot dog on the grill, but I didn't want to. It was a long day for both of us. I didn't want to break out the grill just for some hot dogs. So, I don't like dead anything in the morning, please. I don't know. Oh yeah, I pulled chicken out, so I guess I'm gonna have to do chicken something tomorrow after the show. Cutlets, maybe. Do them up with, I don't know, a salad, some spaghetti, maybe. I don't know. I didn't even think about toaster oven. Honey threw in the. Thankfully, my hubby's really great, and when he's hungry, he's gonna throw in something. So, He threw in the corn dogs and some tater tots, and I was okay with that. I was fine. You're gonna feed me? I ain't mad. That works. Um, corn dogs is good. I'm not that picky. I'm really not that picky of an eater. There's obviously there are some things I don't like though. Let's see. What foods do we hate, folks? Uh yeah, exhausted, not picky. No. Uh let's see, what do we not eat? Uh don't hand me creamsicle. Yuck. Don't hand me regular Doritos. That's mostly because of a very bad drunken encounter as a teenager. We don't need that story tonight. That'll be for another night. um, yeah, that's pretty good. What are you doing, Wayne? He's down on the floor just rubbing his face all over everything, but he says hello too. Oh yeah, see, Nina, meat, creamsicle, just orange and vanilla do not go together. Orange, creamy, anything. Can't do warm orange either. I don't know. Maybe that's from being a Florida girl. Like my grandma and grandpa, they had orange trees in their backyard. And guess who got to go pick up all the rotten fruit in the backyard every so often? Rotten, stinking, hot Florida oranges. Ugh. If you're going to give me orange anything, it better either be cold orange juice with no pulp or maybe orange Gatorade. We're done. That's it. Orange is a really specific, weird thing. That's the Florida growing up in me. You just can't get me to do weird Florida shit. Here's my wainers. Hi. Everybody wanted to see you, you know. Yes, you've been a busy bee, Lisa. You get some sleep, my dear. We'll be around tomorrow. We'll see you at the show on the show for sure. And I'm sure I'll see you on the phone. Granted, y'all just know that I'm cleaning and I can't be in the chat all day. I hear you popping off and I might read it, granted, a little bit, but I'm not trying to add to that chaos too often. And again, bleach hands and my phone just don't really mix. So, but get some rest. Love you, Lisa. Thank you for coming and hanging out for a little bit. Good to see you, dear. And yes, are you here? Yes, you're here for everybody. I know. Your little Benito. Benny is so cute. Have you guys figured out what kind of dog he is? Do you have any idea? Like, is he going to get big, or is he going to be a little guy like this? Kind of curious. He's adorable now. Not like getting big is going to make it any different, but it'll make it different on the food and the poops. So, thankfully, you don't have big poops, huh? No, you're a little butt. You're a little hiney. Yeah. Yeah. He is. Wayne is such a good boy, Nina. He really is a good boy. He might be a little attitudey, but here, say hi. Yeah, he's not much of a speaker unless somebody's walking in the door, then you'll hear him. But I think my microphone does really good noise canceling because more often than not, I've watched back the show, and when I know he's barked and I've missed it, I don't hear it. So I think we're I think he's pretty good. He's high pitched. Not he's not Chihuahua high pitched, but he's not like Brutus, you know. He's no Cane Corso when he barks either. So, um, Benny, that he Benito is such a cutie. What's funny about it, Benito, is like he looks like he could stay this cute little dog, but he also looks like he could be like Saint Bernard size. Like he's just got that look like you could blink and all of a sudden he's gonna be like massive, taking up your chair kind of dog. It's just he's got that look to him, but he's such a cutie. Oh, I could play with him all day. Um, yeah, I don't mind the little dogs. I can control a little dog. Come to find out, um, at least you sort of like. He just gave me this look like, Mom, do you really think you can control me? Oh, it's nap time. Okay. Okay, Mom, you giving up. He's giving up. Mom's letting him stay in the lap, so he's gonna just collapse and take over. That sounds about right. Um, Benny, has the have the cats taken to Benito okay, or is there drama on the cat and dog front? That's always was my fear about bringing a cat in with this one, was that I don't know how he's going to react, and Lord knows vet bills are just too expensive on their own without causing problems. So I just didn't think it would be a good idea to bring in a cat to you. Yeah, look, I talk of a cat and you're looking at me like I already brought one home. No, you're okay. You're king of the castle. We know. Everybody knows. You're the man. Wayne's the duder. We know. He's something else. Chihuahua mix. You wouldn't think Chihuahua mix looking at him. That's funny. But he's such a cutie. What? I know you're gonna bury my arm now. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with being a shorty. Between my Odie, who was the Basset mix, and this one. And Odie, granted, she was like all of 60 pounds. I always made fun of her because she was like my little T Rex dog. She had big head and little arms. she, just, she was my T Rex dog. There was little bitty legs, little bitty arms, but every bit the size of a real dog in her body. This one, no, not so much. You're just like a sack of, 17-pound sack of potatoes, huh? Yeah. Granted, I'm lucky too that, like, yes, these are my only dogs, but with my cleaning clients, I have step fur babies, as I like to call them. I get to see them every 2 weeks and usually under supervision. um, Not always, but I've got cats and dogs and all kinds of. I used to have a client, granted, I don't clean for her anymore, kind of messy. They had an iguana. Mm. You didn't want to be in the room when that iguana got rid of last night's dinner. Lord, y'all. I don't know that I could do an iguana. That is some potent, putrid smelling stuff, folks. And I know poo's not supposed to smell good, obviously. There's a level to toxicity that I can. Folks, Iguana is not where I'm at. And I don't think that smell is worth the payoff in what an iguana can give you as a pet. Sorry, but Frida and Katie. Frida. Can't remember. Yorkies are really cute. I had a client once with I've had two clients with Yorkies. One was the sweetest little dog. Haley was cute. Yeah, the other one was Max, and he bit Michelle. Not a good Yorkie. So 50-50 shot on the Yorkies and good experiences there, but yeah. You're right there, Betty. Ferrets are horrible. Cute as hell, adorable little things. I don't want to smell those little. And I knew somebody once that had like their stink gland removed or whatever that whatever it is. They still stunk. I don't care. It didn't help. It still was smelly. Mm. And granted, Benny, it wasn't that the iguana smelled itself on its own. It was fine. It was its number twos that were just, oh my God. If you were in the room when it happened, oh, it was just a client of mine. So it only happened to me like twice, maybe. Once I was on the way out, thank God. Once it happened right as I got in there. That is some powerful stuff, folks. Mm, I don't I don't know. There's nothing to an iguana that and granted, I don't consider iguanas or ferret a good pet either way. Like, granted, yes, ferrets are cute, but there's the stink. Iguanas stink poo. I mean, they're cool looking. I don't find them to be real cute. I don't feel like I want to sit and pet an iguana like I want to sit and pet Odie. I don't know that that's the pet for me. Skunk? I mean, skunks are cool looking. They're like little furry, fat little cats. That hmm. Skunk smell is pretty potent, folks. I don't know that I'd want to do that either. But they're cute. I mean, I think ferrets are cute. I but are they worth the smell? Oh, that's weird, Tiffany. Like, granted, I don't find it a skunk smell to be like I'd rather smell that than like something rotting on the road. Let's get that real. Or even my garbage outside after 2 days. Like I'd rather smell a skunk. I'll give you that. But eh, oh well, okay. I mean, I kind of give you that, but there's a distinct difference. Skunk to me is like bud and fart. Like there's a weird combo there that I don't know. I don't know if I'm describing it right, but like it's like gas and I don't know. I don't know that I would want either. I mean, either as a pet's going to be a no for me, but I don't know. At least both of those are cute to me. Iguana, not so cute, not so cuddly. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that I want any of those things for a pet. You know, I don't know. Ferrets, I don't want something that's going to like look to get hidden in my house. I don't want to play hide and seek with the pets. It's bad enough when I can't figure out where he went to, if he's under a table or, under a bed or something. That's bad enough, but I can find him. I don't know about a ferret. Skunk, I don't see that as a practical pet at all. Even if you took the stink out. Well, if you could take the stink out. Like I said, I knew somebody that took the stink glands out of a ferret and it still stunk. So I don't know how that would work. Kevin, pew pew. Oh, you're funny. I said, "Oh, that's cute." I actually caught there was a squirrel in my front tree this morning or this afternoon. I've never actually seen one just laying on the branch, full out, just arms dangling, and that's what it was doing today. I'm like, okay, I don't know what got into you, but a few minutes later, he actually got up, but he must have been taking a break from something. I just lost we had a dove, second year in a row now, make a nest in our front porch light. Um, and she just left a couple days ago, so I'm kind of sad about that. I love when the doves come and make a nest. And 2 years in a row now, it's been on my porch light. The year before that, somebody did it on the door on my wreath. That was fun. I mean, we usually go in and out of our garage, but not always. I'm good they moved up to the porch light now, so. Yeah, I mean, the squirrels, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 6 if you count the seed cake. So 6 bird feeders in my backyard because I love the birds. And of course, it brings the squirrels and all the things. I don't mind. I love it. I had a client, she has bird feeders, but hated the squirrels, would trap the squirrels and go bring them to some other part of town. Folks, to me, that makes no sense. Maybe I'm stupid. Don't feed the birds then. Like, you're going to put something down for them to eat. Everything's got to eat. And then you would just trap the squirrels and bring them to some other park, like away from wherever their little family is. That just, oh, folks, that infuriated me. I wish I could tell off clients sometimes. It just, I don't have, I don't understand that. I don't, everything's got to eat. If you don't want something in your yard, that I get it, squirrels and chipmunks can be destructive, sure. If that's a worry, don't put food out. They'll go other places. They won't come to your yard. Why lure them to your yard to trap them and take them somewhere? That's just, fuck you. That's infuriating to me. I don't find that cool at all. A black squirrel, now that's cool, Nina. That's really cool. We've got a lot of the red squirrels here, and I find it really cool when I go just a little bit further south and see the gray ones. But all of them here are red squirrels, which they're adorable. I would pet a squirrel all day long if a squirrel would let me pet it. And I know it's just a fuzzy rat, and I don't care. They're cute. Yeah, thank you, Janelle. I don't see the point in. I just find that cruel. I find it cruel to the squirrels, and I don't know. I'm a weird one because I'm not a vegetarian, folks, and I probably should be. My oldest is a pescatarian, and I tried for a while. I did. I made it probably a good 6 months as a pescatarian. Um, but the Italian in me won out, and I wanted some bacon, and I wanted ham, and I wanted a steak, and I wanted burger, and I wanted chicken Alfredo, and I'm a bad pescatarian. There's only so much seafood I can eat. And granted, I love seafood. Love it. But I like meat too. And suppose if I had to hunt for my food, I'd be back to being a pescatarian. But the handy dandy grocery store does all that for me. So as long as I don't have to kill it, we're good. If I had to kill it, if I had to really, I live in that cloud that if I had to see where, let's put it this way, I know where my meat comes from. It's not a pretty sight. I don't want to think about it. So, um, I only want to think about it when it's medium rare on my plate with a potato next to it. Anyhow. Oh, well, that's a good tip, SFL. Huh. I didn't realize Dollar Store would have like big bags of nuts like that. Groceries or corner store. Uh, yeah, those are brand new. I've never been to a grocery or corner store. Of course. That man is such a walking, talking pile of incoherent slop. And he's so ridiculously full of shit. Like everything he says. How anybody, well, they don't. And that's the problem with MAGA. Oh, he's just goating you libs. You know, it's beyond goading when it's your whole personality. You're just stupid at that point. When nothing you say makes sense, when it's supposed to be a joke that's not funny, mm, well, time to put you out to pasture, Grandpa. We're done here. You sound like a moron. We're done here. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. What's a corner store, Paul? I don't know. I never been down to the corner store. I just go to the market. Go to the swap meet. What? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Do you want to move over with Daisy? You want to move over? That'd be good. No? Okay. You know, I find supermarket more old fashioned than grocery. Maybe that's me. You know, I find it so funny. I find him so retardedly stupid. Like, and I'm sorry to use that word, but there is no other word for him. Um, just let's go to the supermarket. I find that more fuddy duddy to say than go to the grocery store. Maybe it's a Gen X thing. Maybe it's a region of the country thing. I don't know. Groceries have never been a grocery store has never been foreign to me. No, that's what I've called it since I was a kid. Was the grocery store? Yeah, Wayne, are you gonna run for office sometime? Because I think I'd vote for you too. I would. I'd vote for you. This Wayne's smarter than Mark Wayne. Just saying. And this one only has one first name. Yeah, my little cutie. Oh, folks. Yeah, grocery store is all I know. And yeah, Daisy is VP. Well, yeah, she probably does about as much as JD Vance. Jack shit. I mean, really? Daisy is gone. She's gone, folks. She's out. She don't care. She's done. Yeah, he's gonna plop down on my lap too. That's what he does. That's what you do, huh? Yeah, I know. I know. You don't have to tell me. Oh, yeah. Daisy's donezo. She's always donezo. The only time Daisy gets a spurt is when I get home. She does get some random zoomies. Late morning, like before I go to work, usually I'll get her out. She'll do her number two, and she gets a case of the zoomies. That's it. She's done. They last less than 5 minutes. She's over it. The problem is Kevin Trump wouldn't know a store. He has no idea. He does nothing for himself. He never has. He's never bought a grocery. He's never he's never bought a thing. He's never had to swipe a credit card. He's never had to do anything for himself. It is all done for him. I honest to God, I'm so glad I've never lived a life that is so devoid of my own experience of just living. I mean, look how intellectually retarded he is because of it. Like, seriously slow. Like, again, he's had people taking his tests for him since he was in school. He's had people, he can't, like, drive for himself. Sorry, folks, a golf cart doesn't count. He did. There's nothing he's done for himself. He doesn't shop for his clothes. He doesn't work for a living. And I had the most vulgar thought the other day too, and God help me. Like, does this man even shower? Think about that, folks. Can anyone even picture him taking a shower? Having to wash that precious hair of his? Wash the gook off his face? Anybody? I can imagine that man is as ripe as it fucking gets. Because I surely don't picture him taking a shower. Maybe I just don't want to, but I don't know, Tiff. I don't know. And that's the thing. I don't know that. I mean, really, what kind of salary would it take to be Trump's ass washer? I don't know that there's a high enough salary for me to have to be Trump's shower assistant, folks. No, no. Or changing his diapers. Like, no. I don't know. Like, 50 billion? Really? I don't know, Benny. That's. I suppose $50 billion, one shower, 5 minutes tops. I'm not getting in the cracks. Not even the nunt, okay? No. I am hosing you down, spraying you with some of that Dawn Power spray, and we're going to call it a fucking day, folks. Ew. 50 million, please. Thank you. Ching. Give me everything you just grifted off the American people, you fuckwad. I'll give it right back to everybody as it should be. Unless you're wearing a red hat. You don't get any. Shit. I can't imagine. So, like, really, is he that lazy that he would pay somebody to shower him? Holy fuck. That is a level of lazy, y'all. I mean, ugh. God almighty, no. But do you see him doing it? He's such a lazy fuck. If he does shower himself, which I'm going to assume he does, he doesn't get, his fucking fat ass can't reach to that back ass crack. You already know. He stinks to high fucking heaven because it's barely a hose down. Okay? No. I don't want to do their laundry. Oh my God. Oh God. Could you imagine his laundry? Even just the pants. There's a reason that man wears blue, and I'm surprised he never chose black. But black would probably show all the spittle and tonsil stones, so maybe blue's a little better. I don't know. Jesus Christ. See, I'm with you, Tiff. I don't know that I could earn that 50 bill. I just don't know. But I suppose I've cleaned after college rental kids. I've seen some nasty shit. I've smelled some nasty shit. 5 minutes and I'm out for 50 bill. Lord knows I wouldn't have to clean any nasty shit again ever. Oh, by the way, Tinky, I've got my Clorox cleanup Hold that gut up for me. We'll just bleach you down. That's all I got. Oh God, yeah, hazmat suit for sure, Tiff. Hazmat suit for sure. Whew. Triple thick latex everything. God help me though, he might like that. Ugh, he's so vile. He's just so vile. But like, yeah, when he, our president, that's who tells the world who's it's time to take a shit. Like he's gross. He's just how this classless, cowardly piece of shit dumbass became our president. I will just never know. I am amazed every day at how stupid our country had to be to collectively vote this imbecile into the presidency. It's just mind boggling. And like I was saying the other day, with all the little quasi chiefs wanting to be the main big Indian when Dinky goes, I know I said Junior has no experience as far as Dinky Jr., but neither did Dinky. I mean, and come on, if Tucker's gonna fucking run, and oh God help us all, he has no experience with being a politician either. He's just got experience running his mouth, just like Junior does. I don't know, folks. If nothing else, the MAGA party, whatever that is now, because I don't really consider them Republicans anymore, but they sure have a party of mouth runners. That's all they are. They run their mouth, spew a bunch of bullshit, and then say, pick me, pick me, pick me, and pay attention to me. And as far as Junior goes, in between lines of blow. I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right, Benny. I think Jerry Springer didn't help things, that's for sure. Jerry Springer sure made it cool to be backwoods sleeping with your cousin and wonder who's your baby daddy. I mean, that's that's right off out of Trump's plague book there. That's right out of his MAGA base. I don't know. I'm just as flabbergasted as the rest of y'all. I don't know. I mean, I get why the rich people, even though they're stupid too, why they would look to this man, a failed businessman, bankruptcy's out the ass, stiffs half the contractors he's ever worked with. There, how anybody of any substance in the business community could have saw this man and thought, yeah, he knows what he's doing is beyond me. Beyond me. He doesn't know what he's doing. But maybe they just saw him as crooked and figured they could get what they want off of him. And in that respect, maybe they are smarter than me. I don't know. No, Isabel, I can't. I can't imagine going through life smelling so bad that it's just a given that you stink. That's not a reputation I ever want to have. Ever. I'm fresh out the shower, y'all. I showered today after work. That was done. See, all good. Promise. It's not smell-o-vision, but it's clean. I promise. It needs dyed again, but it's clean. No, I can't understand. Just, and again, if he smells that bad, I don't know that it's just a shit diaper, folks. I think he rarely probably showers. I mean, look at him. Look at how greasy and gross he looks most of the time. And how, like the thing Hal was pointing out last week with this little wave thing he had going back here and whatever that was. I mean, it's probably hairsprayed 17 ways from Sunday. He probably, You saw when he fell asleep the other day in the cabinet meeting where his head went. So that's the same side that he had the cowlick thing. I bet you he fell asleep in a chair. It gave him the little wedge, and he just got back up and started talking because he figured he looked okay. And nobody gives two shits enough to tell him, hey, sir, your hair looks fucked up. He thinks it looks fine. He don't give a shit anymore. Please. He's stranded on the toilet bowl. All right. Now, how do you know one of my childhood stories, Tiffany? Come on now. Y'all think I'm kidding? If my mom was still alive, she'd tell you the story. I was probably 3, and I went to go use the bathroom. I'm sure I was just into the being potty trained at that point, maybe 2. I don't know, probably 3. Um, and the lid or the seat was up. Well, I I was young, didn't know. My butt fell in. And what do I yell? Because I was stuck. Help, Popeye, save me. True story. You're welcome. That would never happen to my ass now, mind you. No way my ass would get stuck in a toilet at this point, but it happened when I was 3. And no, Popeye didn't come rescue me. Mom and Dad did. There you go. There's something you didn't need to know about me, but now you do. You know, what can I say? Popeye was the hero back in 1978, okay? Popeye was the shit. If anybody was going to save you, it was going to be Popeye. Uh, SFL, I'm sure he has leaky butt syndrome, especially if we believe Sasha Riley and the tent spike story. Um, Popeyes. It's because you eat your spinach, huh, Tiff? uh, yeah, I'm sure he has leaky butt syndrome. I'm sure he's probably in Depends all day. I wonder how often they get changed, to be perfectly fucking honest. I just, I don't know that I don't care to know. But I still think it's more than just poop. I bet you he doesn't shower much. And I bet you when he does, I bet you it's quick. I bet you it's not like getting into the creeks and crevices where he should. I bet it's just very superficial. Yuck. Just the man is yuck. The man is yuck. The man is gross. The man is disgusting. He's repulsive. Oh, Tiffany. Oh, that Fremunda cheese. Oh, no. Oh, oh, dear God. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. He's so gross. You know, well, I suppose if I had a tent spike shoved up my ass, I'd probably need a Depends too. Mm. Hmm. I don't know. I don't. Mm-mm. I can only imagine how bad. Folks, I'm a cleaning lady and I don't want the job of trying to get the smell out of the White House once he's finally gone. Okay? I don't know that there's enough bleach and pine salt in the world to counteract Dinky's smell that's going to be resonating through that White House. You're going to have to reupholster all the chairs. They'll all have shit stains in them. I mean, there is not Ugh. Ugh. Probably makeup stains all over everything. Ugh. I can't imagine. Oh, by the way, folks, I heard today that Caroline Levitt is supposed to be having her baby next week. They're not putting anybody in her place. That it will be like, I believe Stephen Chung is going to be the one kind of controlling what information goes out. They might put JD out to talk to the press, or it might just be Dinky himself. How fun will that be? We can hear about lumberjacks and drones and copper and Biden's fault. More. Folks, I know Caroline's bad, but nobody's going to, not like anybody's going to give us, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let her go have her baby, and then she can go stay home and be the trad wife like they want her to be. And she can stay. And you know, folks, for somebody that gets lip injections, why is it she still has no upper lip? Is it me? She has no lips. The woman that gets lip injections, and I still barely see a top lip. Maybe it's because I've got some lips here, folks. I don't see it on Caroline. I don't know. She's. Did Tony go live? Well, and folks, I've been going on for 2.5 hours. I was just glad to have some people come in and see me. Yeah, Botox baby is right. It's really gross. Just, no. I hope to never want plastic. I mean, sure, everything would be nice to go and have it all perked back up a little bit the way it should be, but at no point has anybody I've ever seen with plastic surgery. Well, I don't want to say that because, like, Stephanie Miller looks great. She's had a facelift. She looks great. I don't want to have to be injecting things into my face. Let's just let God take its course. Folks, I barely use moisturizer. It's fine. Wrinkles are going to wrinkle when they wrinkle. So, anyway. Well, I really appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out with me on my first live stream ever. I'm glad it worked. I'm so grateful you guys came in and kept me company, and this was a lot of fun. I will do this randomly. Friday nights are usually pretty good. Nobody's on. I don't want to interrupt anybody or step on toes. I just wanted to hang out for a little bit and talk to people. So, thanks so much for coming by, hanging out with me. Don't forget to catch us tomorrow with the suffragettes, 4 o'clock. Far as I know, that's the plan, folks. We're sticking to it. So have a good night. Get some sleep. Happy Saturday now that it's Saturday. And we'll see you later this afternoon. Okay, guys? Mwah. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.